Hello guys, and today I want to show you new toolpath in Mastercam 2022. So let's have a sneak peek into new multi-axis toolpath. So first I'm going to show you a few new things that will make your programming a lot easier. So let's go to 3+2 automatic roughing, just as an example. I'm going to select model geometry and I'm going to select the whole 3D model. Okay, and as a tool, I'm going to use something bigger. 20 mil with 2 mil corner radius. Okay, that's fine. And let's go and change just the step over. Okay, and the tool axis control, I'm going to change the mode to manual, and I'm going to use only a top tool axis. Okay, and this is actually the first thing that I wanted to show you. You can have your toolpath window open and you can still manipulate the 3D model even if you haven't got the space mouse, and that's really awesome. And I'll show you something else. I added analyze dynamic to my right click mouse button, and now with the window open, with the toolpath window open, I can actually select it and examine my geometry. And it's not only that, while you have your window opened, you can have access not only for examining things or analyzing things, you have access to everything, let's say in the view tab, and you can switch on, switch off your genomes, or you can change things in advanced display and switch off rapids and things like that. The best thing Mastercam added to Mastercam 2022 is that you can actually preview your toolpath while you still have your window open, and you can adjust your toolpath. So I'm gonna show you. So this is the button, and when you click it, Mastercam will actually generate the toolpath with your window still open, so you can see what else you would like to adjust. And in our case, I can see straight away that the toolpath goes too deep, and I had a big problem to get it to work in the previous version of Mastercam, in Mastercam 2021. It just didn't work. And in version 2022 it works perfectly. Mastercam guys fixed it, and I really like it. And you can actually select the user define and change the depth of your toolpath, and just click preview button, and Mastercam will show you a regenerated toolpath. So without leaving the window, regenerating the toolpath and things, I can see straight away that the tool I picked was too big. And this is another new thing that Mastercam added. It's a show tool, which is great because you can actually place the tool into some places on your 3D model and see if it's good enough, if it's not too big to machine the feature. And for example, if I pick different tool, what was that? 1 second. Let me select the smaller tool. Oh, sorry, the step over is too big. Let's go back to cut pattern page and change that to, let's say, 5. Okay, and let's regenerate the toolpath. And now you can see straight away the result without leaving the actually toolpath window, and that's great. So I didn't finish that here yet, because for example I can see straight away that the retractions are too high for my machine if I use the long tools. So let's go back to, let's say, Lincoln, and we can change that. Then preview the toolpath, and once you're happy, you just accept the whole settings and close the window, and your toolpath is ready because you already done all the adjustments while you had your setting window for the toolpath opened. And this is great. This will speed up my work a lot. I like it. Well done, Mastercam. Okay, so now I want to show you this new toolpath I was talking about at the beginning of this video, and it is called Unified. It is a new multi-axis toolpath, and it is really good. It's like combination of parallel, morph, along curve, project curve, and you can test all those things inside one toolpath. So I'm going to show you only a few things. This toolpath is really big. This is not like 10-minute tutorial, and it is just a video to show you how it works. So let me pick the tool, holder. All these look the same, the stock page is the same, and cut pattern, this is something new. Okay, so in the cut pattern, the top section is where you add lines or your operations or your items to the pattern, and the bottom side of the window is typical for the multi-axis toolpaths. So we're going to focus on the pattern, and you can, let's select one of the faces. So we machine geometry is what we want to machine, and let's maybe face this small bit here. Select this face small here. Okay, and you have something like automatic, and automatic row, it means that Mastercam will try to find the best solution for the feature you selected, and it will try to automatically guess what is the best thing. But you can still have some control, and you can select different methods from morph to parallel, and start inside, outside, left to right, right to left. It's really powerful. And of course you have this preview button, so you can see the results straight away, and you can change the way it's getting done. Hit the preview button and see the difference, and it's awesome. I really like it. So cross, it will delete all the lines, and you have different methods for manual settings. So let's start with the curve. Let's select a curve first option, add the row, and after you add the row, you have to select the curve. Okay, so you can't see the toolpath without selecting the curve. So press the select button, and I'm going to select only one edge. And now we can preview it. Okay, so that's interesting. It looks like a parallel toolpath, which is really good. So the edge that we selected is as a guide for the toolpath. So we can now add another curve into the same pattern, and let's select the opposite side, and let's see what happens. Let's click the preview button, and look at that, it's morphing from one side to another. Okay, so we have still control over the step over, and you see it starts from one side and finishes another. And of course, when you select the project, it will project the lines only those you selected, so it will be one cut. You can cut fillets and things like that. I think that's quite good as well. And another thing is you can add another line, and as many lines as you want, and influence the shape of your toolpath, the passes. So let's see how that would look like. You see now it's morphing against 3 edges, which is quite good. Okay, if you don't like the result, you can delete with using the small cross on the right, or yeah, or delete them all. You can use the surfaces the same way as you use in different toolpaths. But now let's go and move to a different section, and let's try to use the same pattern or the same toolpath, sorry, for the vertical walls or almost vertical walls. So you can, well, let's use this now plain option, and you have different selection of option. I'm going to use WCS in Z, okay? So my cuts will be along the Z axis. So let's change the tool axis control, and I want to use more of the side of the tool based on the feature I'm machining. So I'm going to give it 80 degree, okay? So it's almost side of the tool. Let's hit the preview. Look at that, beautiful, awesome. Okay, that's good. So all these things you can do and test without even closing the window. You can move your 3D model even if you haven't got the space mouse, and you can actually check your tool and against the features and see if it's the right size you want, or you want to maybe change something. You can add the holder, and it looks really good. Okay, and this tool you don't need to have the operation window open. You can actually see the tool from the programming window. Okay, so let's now move on and try different sides. So I'm gonna try a pattern on one of the internal pockets, okay? So let's select the toolpath again. Okay, so let's go to cut pattern, and let's select the geometry we want to cut. So I want this pocket. Select the bottom face, and let's add automatic row. And of course you can select different styles, and let's select one of them, preview it. This is actually quite good, but I want to try something different. I want to show you something different. So let's select different style, and okay, so let's say that we have pattern that actually give you a result like this one, and you know where the toolpath actually meet the wall, it's not gonna give you a nice finish. So there is a feature in the containment page, and you can actually create additional cut on the edge of the containment boundary, so on the edge of the face that you are cutting. So it will clean up the whole face around. It's just really good option. I like it, and I'll show you how it works. So as you see, this part of the toolpath goes from wall to wall, and the wall finish won't be the best. So now let's create that additional cut, and you see it will cut along the walls, and the wall finish will be a lot better. So that's another interesting feature, and we all be using it, I'm sure. So let's move on, and let's go to cut pattern, and let's select something different. Let's select maybe this pocket on the right, okay? And automatic toolpath, let's select one of the options, preview it. This is not too bad actually, and the finish should be okay as well. But let's say that you want to finish the floor and to walls, you want to use slightly different cutter. On the guide curve parameter page, advanced parameters, sorry, you can set your you can set your offset from the curve. So let's say I want to keep my tool away from the curve 2 mm. Let's see it. Okay, it looks good. One moment, I see the additional cut that I had from my last toolpath. Let's remove it, regen. Yeah, so now you can see that we keep the toolpath away from the wall, our 2mm. Okay, another great feature that I wanted to present is controlling the toolpath using the guide curves. So let's select the top face, and in automatic it would look pretty okay, but there are some things that I would do differently. Okay, let's select the curve and select the close chain as our guide curve. This way. Okay, so this is our toolpath. So as you see, goes in every direction. Okay, so now let's add one curve and we use it as a guide to change the toolpath direction or the toolpath way. Okay, and of course you can have these guide curves as many as you want. So let's see how this looks like. So in one group you can have multiple curves, guide curves, and you can have also as many lines, so as many groups as you want. So let's regen and look at that. That's awesome. I love it. So let's add another group, and let's add another few guide curves for our toolpath. So let's create another line, select our curves, and the Mastercam will produce the toolpath accordingly to our curves. Okay, that's good. We can go even further. You see, let's say we want to change the way the passes go through that face. So let's select another curve, maybe a bit further. Let's up from here around a bit further. Okay, so look at that. Look at the toolpath, how that will change now. Awesome. You can go even in more detail. You can machine this pin around. So let's select another curve and select edge of this pin around. Regen the path without leaving the window. Awesome. So guys, stay tuned, because in a few weeks I'm going to actually use this toolpath and machine some parts in our Integrex or Variaxis. Okay, let's go back to our unified toolpath and let's select this counter bore to machine. Let's select the bottom of this counter bore. Okay, and of course you can use automatic and it will give you the good result as you see here. But let's go back, cross, remove, and let's add a curve. So, okay, and select button, and we can select our curve, and another curve we do for the outside. And here we have another great feature that we can fill holes. And the holes doesn't need to be on the flat surface, and also they don't have to be round. It's great and powerful tool, and it will save me creating some surfaces. Also, by choosing two chains, I can keep offsets for outside and inside curve. So for my first and second curve, and leave something for finish. But it is not a tutorial, and it is really big toolpath, and it would take a long time to explain everything. And as I said, it's not a tutorial, just wanted to give you a sneak peek of new Mastercam. And by the way, the amount of improvements in this version is unbelievable. It is a big step, and I'm looking forward for the final version. Okay guys, thanks for watching the video, and please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for the future videos, and we will test this toolpath soon in the machine. Thanks.